much for this, sir. Now shall you see the other. You do remember all the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord.
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Methought I lay worse than the mutins and the bilboes. Rashly, and praised be rashness for it. Let us know our indiscretion sometimes serves us well, when our deep plots do pall, and that should learn us there's a divinity that shapes our ends. Rough hoe them how we will.
That is most certain.
Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me in the dark, groped I to find out them, had my desire, fingered their packet, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unfold their grand commission, where I found, Horatio, a royal navery, an exact command, larded with many several sorts of reasons, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervised no leisure bated, no, not to stay the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off. Here's the commission, read it at more leisure. But wilt thou hear now how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus benetted round with villainies, or I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun the play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair. I once did hold it, as our status do, a baseness to write fair, and labored much, how to forget that learning. But, sir, now, it did me yeoman's service. Wilt thou know the effect of what I wrote?
Aye, good my lord.
An earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm might flourish, as peace should still her wheaten garland wear, and stand a comma between their amities, and many such like as is of great charge, that on the view and knowing of these contents, without debatement further, more or less, he should those bearers put to sudden death, not shriving time allowed.
How was this sealed?
Why, even in that was heaven ordinate. I had my father's signet in my purse, which was the model of that Danish seal, folded the writ up in the form of the other, subscribed it, gave it the impression, placed it safely. The changeling was never known. Now the next day was our sea fight, and what to this was sequent, thou knowest already.
So Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
Why, man, did they make love to this employment? They do not injure my conscience. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow. 'Tis dangerous when the baser nature comes between the past and fell insensate points of mighty opposites.
Why, what a king is this?
Does it not, think thee, stand me now upon? He that hath killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election of my hopes, thrown out his angle for the proper life, and with such cozenage, it's not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm, and it's not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come to further evil?
It must be shortly known to him from England. What is the issue of business there?
It will be short. The interim's mine, and a man's life no more than to say one. I am very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself, for by the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his, I'll court his favors. But sure, the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace. Who comes there?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. Dost not know this waterfly?
No, my good lord.
Thy state is the more gracious, for 'tis suffice to know him. He hath much land and fertile. Let a beast be lord of beasts, and his crib shall stand at the king's mess. 'Tis a chore, but, as I say, spacious in the possession of dirt.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet in its right use. 'Tis for the head.
I think, your lordship, it is very hot.
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northerly.
It is indifferent cold, my lord, indeed.
But yet methinks it is very sultry and hot for my complexion.
Exceedingly, my lord. It is very sultry as 'twere. I cannot tell how. My lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
I beseech you, remember.
Nay, good my lord, for my ease and good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court Laertes, believe me, an absolute gentleman, full of most excellent differences, of very soft society and great showing. Indeed, to speak feelingly of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry, for you shall find him in the continent of what part a gentleman would see.
Sir, this definement suffers no perdition in you, though I know to divide him inventorially would dozy the arithmetic of memory, and yet but yawn either in respect of his quick sail. But, in the verity of extolment, I take him to be a soul of great article, and his infusion of such dearth and rareness as, to make true diction of him, his semblable in his mirror, and who else would trace him, his umbrage, nothing more.
Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
The concernancy, sir? Why do we wrap the gentleman in our more rawer breath?
Sir?
It's not possible to understand another tongue. You will to it, sir, really.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes?
His purse is empty already. All his golden worlds are spent.
Of him, sir.
I know you are not ignorant.
I would you did, sir. Yet in faith, if you did it, I would not approve me. Well, sir?
You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess that, lest I should compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well were to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon. But in the imputation laid on him by them, in his meed he's unfellowed.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's 2 of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, hath wagered with him 6 Barbary horses, against the which he has impawned, as I take it, 6 French rapiers and poniards, with their assigns as girdle, hangers, and so. 3 of the carriages, in faith, are very dear to fancy, very responsive to the hilts, most delicate carriages, and of very liberal conceit.
What call you the carriages?
I knew you must be edified by the margin here you had done.
The carriages, sir, are the hangers.
The phrase would be more gammon to the matter if we carried a cannon by our sides. Would it might be hangers till then, but on. 6 Barbary horses against 6 French swords, their assigns, their 3 liberal conceited carriages, that's the French bet against the Danish. Why is all impawned, as you call it?
The king, sir, hath laid, sir, that in a dozen passes between you, yourself, and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 from 9, and it would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person in trial.
Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it pleases majesty, it is the breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be bought, the gentleman willing, the king hold his purpose. I will win for him, and I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I deliver you in so?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish nature will.
I commend your duty to your lordship.
Yours. He does well to commend itself. There are no tongues else, first turn.
This lapwing runs away with the shell on his head.
He did comply, sir, with his dug before he sucked it. Thus has he, and many more of the same breed that I know of the dossy age dotes on, only got the tune of the time, and, out of a habit of encounter, a kind of yeasty collection, which carries them through and through the most fanned and winnowed opinions. And do not blow them to their trial, the bubbles are out.